Everyone feared pain. He feared what he was becoming. Happiness wasn't part of the job. Number 10. Essential, yet untouchable. You were essential, treated like walking moral contagion. Councils hired you, then pushed you beyond the walls. Markets avoided your touch like it stained their conscience. Guilds denied membership for purity and public optics. Everyone wanted order. No one wanted the agent of order. You became human infrastructure, noticed only when things broke. Priests hesitated to hear your confession, afraid of complicity. The tavern bench beside you, always empty just in case. In many European towns, executioners and often torturers lived outside the walls. Some stalls literally banned you from touching bread, salt, or scales. Think of the city's content moderator with no ban drama button. The public demands safety, then rejects the hands that make it. Result: necessary in the system, forbidden in society, perfect for hypocrites. Number 9. A rule book that incriminated you. There were protocols, seals, proportionality. Magistrates and inquisitors wrote the script. You performed it. Clerks logged every gesture with auditor calligraphy. If it seemed excessive, blame rolled downhill to you. If it seemed too soft, the same hill found you again. Compliance by parchment, sermons by minutes. Orders came stamped, not owned. Improvisation. Only in post-shift nightmares. The rules trapped you and shielded your bosses. They kept halos. You kept scars on your resume. It was justice's assembly line. A flaw? The operator pays. Regulations that only bite the people in the basement. The manual said, do this. The verdict said, guilty. Number 8. Physical risk on an endless shift. Your office was cold, damp, and full of iron. Your body became an anti-ergonomics manual. Back, wrists, and shoulders paid daily compound interest. Smoke, tar, and dim light punished lungs and sleep. Winters brought long fevers and wounds that wouldn't close. Bandages. Costly. Doctor? Suspicious of your soul's resume. It was strength training with a pneumonia bonus. Stack blacksmith, nurse, and porter on the same schedule. Now remove breaks, benefits, and decent chairs. Even success left your hand shaking for hours. Trauma returned like autoplay you can't pause. No fruit basket for occupational courage. Hazard pay without the pay. Only hazard. Number 7. Public theater. Volatile crowd. Justice was a show with snacks and heckling. The crowd wanted moral purity and special effects. If the rope slipped, booze turned to stones. If it rained, rumor outran you across the square. Officials watched from afar, practicing saintly faces. You were technician, stage, E, and target at once. Imagine a live stream that buffers and chat becomes an arena. Or a reality show judged by gossips and the pitchfork crowd. The public demanded efficiency without admitting complicity. Perfect day. No one remembered you existed. Bad day? A legend was born with your name. Legends outlive receipts and job titles. Applause rare. Inspection daily. Risk constant. Number 6. The economics of suffering. On parchment, pay looked steady. In your pouch, never. Many cities paid per task, with awkward bonuses. Delays arrived like a sunless autumn, long and cold. Tips existed, but felt like moral malware. Bribes hovered, promising help or ruin. Refuse, and you made enemies with coins. Accept, enemies with sermons. To make ends meet, you took the jobs no one wanted. Disposal, cleaning, animal control, everything fell to you. It's the gig economy with one client and toxic fame. Budget cuts knocked on your door first. Justice costs money and the weakest link pays. Your pay stub had numbers, your life had commas, the emotional bill never balanced. Number 5. Stigma that became inheritance. The job stuck to your family like hot wax. Children inherited the label before their first mistake. Marriage became negotiation, not romance. Some towns pushed heredity to avoid recruiting. Relatives drifted among other impure trades. Gravediggers, tanners, butchers. Doors closed at guilds, workshops, and polished tables. Switched jobs. Guilds slammed the door before good morning. Reemployment was an urban legend with a sad ending. Friends kept distance to protect fragile reputations. Moving didn't always clean the past. Stories clung to your door before sunrise. In parts of France and Germany, the role became a lineage. The stigma retired never. You, rarely. Number 4. A moral wound on repeat. You worked inside other people's worst day. The official script said order and truth. Your body performed. Your mind held the funeral. Confession was complicated. When it existed, sometimes the priest preferred not to hear. Rationalizations helped until they cracked in the first silence. It's doom scrolling with no close button. Dreams replayed scenes, mornings replayed dreams. Work banter turned nervous, then turned to silence. Silence protected you and weighed you down. Faith and duty wrestled with no winner. Some armor is steel, some is denial. Neither is light when the day ends. Number 3. When the order arrives, the note slides in. Silence follows. Your stomach tightens. The hallway lengthens. The order has seals, a witness, and minutes. Refusing isn't an option. Fines, exile, or worse. Outside, it's protocol. Inside, quicksand. It's the 11 p.m. Email from the boss with no subject. A notification you hope is a glitch, but it isn't. Maybe they'll cancel. They never cancel. Your hand shakes on the iron. Your head searches exits. The system outsources guilt and centralizes power. You renew a contract that charges interest from your soul. You walk like going down an up escalator. You don't do this smiling. You never did. Number 2. The scapegoat politics. Regime changed, narrative changed. The same culprit remained. When the city purified its own story, it looked at you. Excesses? The executor's fault? Never the decree. Mistakes? The hand's fault, not the signed order. It's politics' clear cash button. Yesterday, patron of the craft. Today, saintly reformer. The system's bill comes due, and the worker pays. Think recall that saves the top and burns the floor. Or a crisis with photo op regret and selective firings. You were the human firewall, unplugged after the storm. No trial, no medal, just useful forgetting. Manual rewritten, villain preserved. Number 1, unwanted multi-tool. The title was torturer. The bundle was all the dirty work. Executions, amputations, public display, clean up after the spectacle, fix the gallows. 10 the doomed. Collect fees when no one wanted a debate, sometimes cull animals, sometimes sweep epidemics. When fear needed arms, they called you. It was the other duties as assigned job, Nightmare Edition. The super of the worst apartment building and with no budget. The kingdom's universal intern, no printer, no breaks. The role multiplied as morality shrank. You did the work the city pretended didn't exist, then it slept well. You, almost never. Happiness never signed that contract. The past outsourced fear and erased the people who did the work. Today we say essential and look away the same. Tools changed. The script barely did. Keep this job or hand in the badge on day 1? Tell me in the comments and hit the bell. Here, the only torture is waiting for the next video.